Manga-Waido.
My name is Ryuichi Yamamoto. I'm 35 years old. I was at my mother's gravesite now to tell her something. Mom, I'm gonna try again. That's right, to follow the dream I ran away from 15 years ago. As a kid, I grew up in a poor, single-parent home, and on top of that, I was short, skinny, and unathletic. So I was bullied for a long time. And then one day, my mother suddenly took me out to a certain place. It was a mixed martial arts dojo.
I'm not even good at gymnastics.
I was confused, but my mother said this to me.
To protect what's important to you, you have to be strong.
Important things.
From that day on, I started going to the dojo every day. Naturally, I couldn't keep up with the training, but I didn't give in to my weakness. What's important to me? I promised myself that I would be strong to protect my mother. After that, I continued to train, and I grew stronger and stronger. In high school, I joined the judo club, which was also a part of a mixed martial arts program. I was so attracted to the martial arts. When I started attending matches, my mother cheered for me louder than anyone else from the audience. At the time, I think I was more interested in seeing my mother happy than my own victories, so I continued to work hard. After graduating high school, I focused on mixed martial arts. Within a year or so, I was somewhat of a household name amongst the enthusiasts, and was even given the lame nickname the Silent Dragon. My mother was found to have cancer, and that's when it was decided. My entry to the All Japan tournament. Her condition was already hopeless. My mother wanted to take it easy, at least at the end, rather than suffer through the painful treatment. Seeing her like that, I got impatient. I really wanted her to see me win. But no. Mom passed away just before the convention. It was a loss beyond imagination. I felt like I was losing myself, and on the day of the tournament, I took my anger of losing my mother out on my opponent, and before I knew it, I was in the finals. My opponent in the finals was Koshiro Morisaki, a big-mouthed delinquent who had earned the nickname Lion of the Back Alley. He was a player whose provocative performance was more annoying than his ability. Hey, you're looking more serious than ever. Are you so scared of me that you can't speak, dragon? Or is something bothering you? I'm going to crush this guy. Morisaki's provocation filled my head with a black rage, and at the same time, the bell rang. From that point forward, I have no memory of this match. When I came back to my senses as the referee held me, Morisaki was lying in front of me, and a strange atmosphere enveloped me. I was trying to follow up with Murasaki even though he was completely down. I watched the video later, and I was beating him up in a completely rough fight, losing control of myself during the fight. Murasaki's injuries were serious, especially the blow to the back of his head on the ropes when he was pinned down by me. Doctors determined that he could not return to the ring, and he announced his retirement. Some martial arts fans criticized me, saying I went too far. However, many said that Murasaki deserved what he got for provoking me, and Murasaki himself did not blame me, saying, "There's no doubt that I lost. I'm honored that he took it so seriously." Meanwhile, I was left with scars on both eyelids from Murasaki's fists, and an unbearable sense of guilt and loss. I won the tournament, but I hurt my opponent so badly, and my mother was gone. Ryuichi, why are you retiring? I have no reason to fight anymore. That is all. After that tournament, I left the martial arts world behind. I vowed to myself to never fight again, and to live a quiet life. And now, I'm now working quietly as a salesman in a small printing company. After I left martial arts behind, the only thing left of me is my former gloomy self. Everyone at work seems to think I'm weird because I'm so quiet. But this year, 15 years after I retired, there was a turning point. It was on my way home one day. I was walking downtown. This woman slips past me and I suddenly stop in my tracks, but the delinquent lunges at me. "Hey, get out of the way, old man!" What? Ah! Oh no. Judo technique ingrained in me from when I was a kid came out suddenly. "Hey, old man!" He's not going to let me go free. Maybe a couple of punches will satisfy him. "Was that judo? How did you do that?" "What? Who the hell are you to throw me around with such ease?" "Well, I used to do a little bit of judo." "Take me as your apprentice." No. I'm just a fat old man who did a little judo a long time ago. I'm not taking a punk who chases women as an apprentice. I'm not a punk, and she's the one to blame. What? That woman was his girlfriend, and he was chasing her because she took the money out of his wallet and ran away after they broke up. You must have been in touch with some guy I don't even know, even though I kept my promise not to cheat. Anyway, I'm not interested in other people's love or quarrels. I'm sorry for throwing you all of a sudden. See you. Oh, hey, old man! I managed to lose the delinquent, but the next day, on my way home at the same place again. Hello, master! What? Are you yesterday's delinquent? My name is Arata. Hey, master, tell me about yesterday's move. I want to be strong. During that time, Arata rambled on, and it turns out that he had a yearning for strength and spent his school days fighting a lot. He was expelled from high school for fighting too much and had a falling out with his parents. He had come to town on the spur of the moment, rolled into a friend's house, and worked a day job during the day, and tested his skills on the street at night. I gradually became too lazy to ignore him, and before I knew it, it had become routine for me to go home after work with Arata and talk about fights and martial arts. I know I'm the only one who's been following you around asking you to teach me, but is judo any use in a fight? You could have seriously been hurt if you'd fallen on the asphalt. It's more than useful. That's true, but basic sports won't help you in a street fight, right? Strength is everything in a fight. You just have to beat the opponent down as hard as possible. You know, strength isn't just about knocking your opponent down. Huh? It's to protect something important. If you want real strength, don't waste it on fighting. If you've been fighting for strength, shouldn't you have realized that by now? Master? Who am I to say that? You're so cool. You're my mentor after all. What? I see. Real strength. After that, Arata suddenly changed his mind and said he wanted to learn martial arts seriously. I suggested a boxing gym I used to go to when I was a kid. Boxing is the best way to learn the basics of striking and how to recognize your opponent's attacks. Arata was an honest kid, and he went to the gym and boxed like I told him to. He stopped fighting, got a steady job to pay his own lessons, and even rented a shabby apartment. He still waited for me on my way home, and every night he would happily tell me what he had practiced today and what skills he had learned. It feels like I'm looking at myself when I started martial arts. I've never had juniors before, so maybe I was somewhat excited. What brought me down to earth at once was when I casually asked Arata this question. Anyway, Arata, why do you want to be so strong? I want to avenge my father. Do you know him, Master? The promising fighter 15 years ago named Lion of the Back Alley is my father. Lion of the Back Alley? Wait, didn't I mention that? Well, he was just starting out, so he wasn't that famous, but the one who forced my father to retire is the Silent Dragon. My dream is to find him and defeat him someday. Apparently he has deep scars on both eyelids from when he fought my dad. I had heard that 15 years ago, Murasaki was already married and had a 3-year-old son. I never thought that the son was right in front of me right now, and that his goal was to defeat me. But you know, I haven't been able to find him at all. There are many rumors that he's training abroad, but I wonder where he went. Who knows? Maybe he's dead and gone. That's not good. I need him alive and well until I knock him out. Arata continued to box hard and got better and better, but I couldn't bring myself to tell him the truth. And one night, 1 year after meeting Arata, he's not here today. Arata didn't show up, so I was about to leave when the phone rang. It was from Arata. Master, I'm sorry. Arata?
Hello? Are you Arata's master?
Who the hell are you? Where's Arata?
Don't be in such a hurry. I'll let you meet him, but you have to bring money in exchange.
I didn't know what was going on, but I was sure that Arata was in some kind of trouble. I hurried to the elevated building where the woman had told me to go. There were a group of thugs standing in front of Arata, who was wounded and cowering. They were probably a group of semi-gangsters who had recently become a problem in this area.
Hey, Arata, that's a real shabby-looking old guy.
It's her, the one Arata was chasing at that time. Arata, are you okay? I'm sorry. You has been hanging out with some crazy guys. I came here because she said she wanted to get back together with me, but she started hassling me and asking me for money.
And you brought the money, right?
Of course not. Come on, Arata. Let's go home.
You can't just leave like that. Guys, let him know.
All right. Hey, old man. Leave me something expensive. Listen, kids, I have no intention of giving you any money. I'm poor. Huh? Undermining us. Arata is no longer a delinquent or a punk. He's a man who wants to be a fighter. Please don't get him involved in this low-level fight.
I don't want the money anymore. You guys beat that old man up.
Are you okay, Master? What the scar on your eyelid? Master? I see. So that's how it is. Isn't he the Silent Dragon? What's with the lame name? Don't you guys know? He's a legend amongst the martial arts enthusiasts. So, this is what happened to a legend? He's so fat I can't even recognize him. No. Master is... Arata, I'm sorry I kept quiet. I just couldn't bring myself to tell you.
That's hilarious! You used to say I'm gonna avenge my father like an idiot. Oh yeah, I got a funny idea. Hey Arata, I'll let you choose. You can beat up the old man with us and join us, or you can stay here and get your ass kicked with that guy.
Suit yourself, Arata. I never thought I'd already met my father's nemesis. Finally, my dreams come true.
I'll help you make your dream come true.
But it's my dream to beat you fair and square. I won't have my dreams interfere with a bunch of fish like you here. Arata?
Huh? Boring. Come on, guys, just do it already.
This fat guy's just an old man. Get him! We've been waiting. Bastards. Actually, I've been working again since I met Arata. I haven't lost much weight and I'm far from my prime, but I'm good enough to beat a young guy like this who doesn't get enough exercise. So, you're the only one left.
What the hell? I didn't hear you were this strong.
That's right. I'll give you a choice. You can either let me beat you up, or you can apologize to me and never get involved with me again.
I'm sorry!
Next time you show up, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Oh man, I must be blind to women. Arata, I'm sorry I made you use your fists after all. Also, I'm sorry I didn't tell you who I really am. Well, I'm shocked to be honest, but we'll just settle this sooner or later. Yeah, you're right. More importantly, could you do me a favor? A few days later, I came to Arata's parents' house with him. That's right. Arata had arranged for me to meet his father, the lion of the back alley. He runs a small construction business here now. Dad, I brought him here. You're going to apologize now? Don't apologize. I'm grateful to you. What? I wouldn't be where I am today if you hadn't beaten me to a pulp when I was getting ahead of myself. Plus, you made my out-of-control idiot son into a man of his own. Please keep taking care of my son, Mr. Silent Dragon. I felt like I was becoming lighter and lighter as years of resentment dissipated. As I rode the train home with Arata, I thought about going to visit my mother's grave right away. I felt like I could finally say with pride, "Thank you for letting me do martial arts." Master, why are you looking like everything is over? I'm still going to avenge my father. You're right. So, Master, please face the martial arts again. You're not too old yet. I want to beat you seriously like you beat my father. Yeah, all right. And so, I accepted the provocations from 2 generations of the Morisakis. My encounter with Arata was neither a coincidence nor a retribution for the past, but a chance my mother gave me to get back on my feet once again. Mom, watch me. I'm going to do it again. I vowed to my mother in heaven.